I don't have a team builder thing pulled up. Terrell, do you want to talk about team builder though? I know you're planning on implementing a team builder team. Um, what's going on there?
Oh, um, team builder, as far as the grind, or just in general,
Well,
kind
just
of.
just in general, I think they added some new features. I know you're usually on top of that type of thing, so
Oh, for sure, for sure. Added some new experiences. I know. Big thing in the community was a stadium builder. This time they added a stadium builder. You can create your own custom stadium off of the general ones, or you can pick from the ones that are already in there. And then depending on how big or small you want it, they've also added some high school stadiums just for the road to glory guys. And if you want to there do that, custom goalposts for some of the teams that have the H goalposts versus the regular ones with the single post. The stadium itself, crowd customization, same thing as any of your big schools. You get to kind of select what the percentage of your normal home game colors would be. So if you wanted like 60% of the people are wearing white versus the other 40 are wearing black, you get to kind of customize that, customize your school history. And then the big thing is the soundscape, getting able to select your bands, your chants. I think they got a couple of licensed tracks now, and historical team weather or historical team records. So you can enter them as if you want, or if you want to. I don't know if you can just port them over, but you can input each one manually. The location is big. Same thing as regular teams in Dynasty. It's now your proximity to home grades are going to be determined on where your school actually is. So your lat longs or your latitude and longitude, sorry, is going to be more contingent on what the proximity to home grades. So no longer will what was it? A team I had Rice early in the grind last year, and the dude was from like Pasadena or Katy, Texas, and it said I had to spend 30 points on a visit. And I posted it because I was living in Houston at the time. I was like, why is that a thing? Because Katy is literally a 30-minute drive. So that should have been 10 points. So glad they got that updated. And then at the end of the season, they will allow you to update, I think, logos, new uniforms, and if not in this league, but update the stadiums as well. So
man,
definitely a
that's
little more in depth with the team builder, and I think they're still going to allow some of the deeper commentary that they got with Joel Klatt now to help along with that. So
man, that sounds elite. Like I kind of want to do a team builder myself now. I'm not gonna lie. I wish I could. I
I,
wish I could have some ones that were like gonna be like because I know eventually they will have a bunch of pre-downloaded ones in terms of just like the jerseys and because like I don't want to make the jerseys myself because it's kind of a lot of work and like the stadium. It would be nice if I had one. Like, can you download people's work they've already done?
absolutely, absolutely, you could do that now on 26. That was kind of playing with it just to see how the settings work. I behind the scenes, I know Bag was talking about he was concerned about stadiums. I have not found anything or any way that people are cheating stadium sizes.
Hmm.
So just in team builder landscape, I don't know if custom will make that big of a difference, if any at all, as long as the stadiums are the same size. But we're not saying that somebody with Jackson State is going to be able to do a 101 size stadium because they even at the D um, stadium pulse, that's still 40, 50,000 people. So I'll let Bag talk about that. I'm under the notion as long as the stadium is like roughly the same size, maybe minus 1,000 people or two, I don't think it'll make a difference. I haven't seen anything. And when I mean a deep dive, I've been scouring, trying to find a way to make sure, see if people are like cheating the system. And no, it's locked in. And then as long as you guys are transparent about what's going on, I don't think there's any real way to cheat that. So
Well, what I want to know is it possible to So like, let's just say, right? I don't think Tennessee State's in the game, right?
Hmm.
So, and I would assume that there's probably someone who's put their stuff together online. So, could I basically pull down like a Tennessee State themed stadium and the jerseys, but however, still have the Memphis uniform or not uniform roster?
If somebody built it that way, pre-built, and you're okay with whatever grades and stuff they did, absolutely. That's the big thing now. You can import a team. It will keep the grades however the person built it, and then it will just take the roster from the team you're replacing. That's the only thing I'm not the biggest fan of, is that you have to replace a team. But I understand it, how the game is coded. But yes, you could import. You said Tennessee State. You could import Tennessee State over Memphis if you like all their uniforms, and then whoever built the stadium, if it mirrors whatever they have, you could do that. And then once you do that, it's going to ask you, do you want to keep that roster, or do you want to import, or do you want to import the roster, or do you want to use the Memphis roster?
Interesting.
And
Yeah,
that's when you get the chance to be like, use the Memphis roster. So you'll just have that roster. So there's no funny business there.
true. Well, the school grades being the same is major. So I guess then my next question is if I really just want the uniforms and maybe the stadium, can I go back and reset the school grades to being the same as Memphis? Because that's the other thing that we talked about too, with basically like keeping the same stadium location and jersey or same location, stadium, school grades, and pipelines, just to keep the league balanced essentially as it's supposed to be. So I'm wondering
Um,
if I download the Tennessee roster, can I then go back and edit those things to be matched to Memphis if they were switched? Or would I have to
you
create it
would have
myself?
you would have to create it to match it. So like what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in there and I'm going to mirror essentially everything that Washington State has when I'm doing that team builder. So they're going to have the tier 3 pipelines, the tier 2 pipelines, and then the rivals from the front screen on whatever the dynasty thing is. So just kind of keep it the same that way, but no, you would have to go in there and manually do that. You can't download something and then edit. Once you download it, it's already the finished product once you find it on the Xbox or PS5.
Okay. Well, that is dope. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. It's just a lot of work. So I guess I'll probably just be sticking with Memphis, even though that is really cool for sure. Definitely kind of want to look more into that. Frost, how you feel about team builder? Are you gonna make a team builder?
No sir, no sir. It sounds fun though for y'all, but I'm just too fast for me for real. Most of it, what's what y'all were explaining, I was nodding along, but we'll be rocking with ECU and keeping them, and keeping them like that.
Well, luckily you got one of the dopest teams, jerseys wise and
Yes
everything.
sir, sir.
So you should be pretty squared away. Terrell, any hints on who you're gonna be making Washington State into?
Oh, if you've seen it in the chat a couple times, then it's gonna still be Washington State, but it's gonna be the Chiefs. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna probably have a little sizzle reel, but I know the name was controversial. They weren't a fan of the name back from the team that did have it, so we're just gonna change it to the T. So we are planning on keeping the logo and bringing the uniforms back and changing the field, because I think them are some of the toughest uniforms.
In the history of the game, right there.
Yeah, personally.
Yeah,
So, but
I agree. I agree. Yeah, I mean even the making a Houston or an Oilers Tennessee team would be kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie. I just wonder how long it's gonna take me to do it. How long did it take you to? Do you think it's gonna take you like just hours wise to build everything related to your team that you need?
um, maybe a few, but that's like as long as I can get the sizing and stuff right. Because I already essentially have the template of what the uniform is supposed to look like, so I'm kind of just got to mirror that, and then I think the longest part might be like the stadium chants and all that stuff.
Yeah, because
because
you can like switch it to basically like rivalry games, and if this happens, then
yeah.
that, and da 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 da.
So I'm gonna change it. It's gonna probably sound a little akin to FSU stuff, just to keep the theme.
Hmm.
But as far as everything else, it shouldn't take too long. Just some photo editing. I kind of got the rest of in my head, and I was playing with the team builder before. So
Yeah, it sounds really cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of excited to see it. We're definitely gonna have to crawl up your
it'll be on YouTube. Don't even worry.
yeah, we're gonna have to be in there with the microscope, but it does sound really cool.
Listen, open inspections. Ain't nobody worried.